Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make this very simple creamy chicken and mushroom pie at home, okay? And I'm going to teach you how I make my pie as someone who doesn't really love pie, okay? I'm not a pie lover. I don't like flaky pie. I have my way of eating pie. I don't even want the filling, but I have my way of making it. And this method tastes so good for me, and I think it will taste good for you too. So let me teach you how I make it. So first you need your Blue Band margarine, because you cannot make pie without a very good margarine brand like Blue Band. So I'm going to take some of that and I'm going to use 1 cup of this. All the ingredients will be listed in the caption. Please do check it out. So I'm going to use 4 cups of pastry flour or soft flour. Do not use hard flour for this recipe, just pastry flour or soft flour. Now I'm going to add the margarine, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of milk and then 5 to 6 tablespoons of cold water. Make sure the water is very cold. Now if you want your pie to be very flaky, then do not add the water yet. Just mix the margarine and then the flour together before you add that water to it. But I don't like flaky pie, so I always like to overwork my pie. If you want flaky pie, do not overwork your pie. Just mix it, and when it's very crusty like that, you just cover it and keep it aside, okay? But I don't like flaky pie, so I overwork my pie for it to taste almost like a puff pastry. Do you understand? Very, very flat and smooth like this. This is how I like it. So I'm just going to cling film this and then set it aside for 30 minutes. Now, please note that if you want your flaky pie, then make sure you do not overwork your pie. Don't do that. Now, let's make this very creamy, simple chicken and mushroom filling. I'm going to add my margarine or my butter to this, add in some chopped onions, some chopped carrots, and more onions as well. And I'm going to just chop some pepper into this because I want that spicy flavor in that chicken and mushroom filling, okay? Now just give this a good mix. Let it stir fry a bit in that saucepan before you add your chicken, okay? Now make sure you're using boneless chicken for this recipe. If you want to find boneless chicken, just go to any cool store or ShopRite. You can get your boneless chicken from there. Now I'm just going to give this a good mix before I add my seasoning. Now you want to make sure you season this very well, but do not over season it, otherwise your pie is going to taste too salty. I'm going to list all the seasonings I use for this and the natural spices as well in the description box. But first, I'm going to season this chicken with my red pepper or my red chilies, and then I'm going to add my natural spice mix. This has ginger powder, garlic powder, onion powder in it, and I'm adding a lot of that. Now I'm going to add my EGYE, which is my secret ingredients when I'm making a lot of my recipes, okay? It just brings out more flavor in my food. Now I'm just going to add some seasoning cube to this, and that's it. My seasoning mix is ready. I'm just going to give this a good mix so that the chicken can soak up the spices and the seasonings in this, and that's it. At this point, you can taste the seasoning. If it's not enough, please adjust it, okay? You can add more, or you can just leave it like that, because too much seasoning is not even good. Now I'm just going to cover this. Let it cook properly before you add your mushrooms, okay? Now I'm using the local mushrooms. You can use the foreign mushrooms, but I don't like the foreign mushrooms. I prefer the local mushrooms. So I'm going to just add this to this and then give this a good mix so that the mushrooms can also soak up some of that seasoning for it to become very tasty as well. Now I'm going to add some cornstarch to this. You can use flour here, but I prefer using cornstarch because it thickens up faster and I just like that. For the creaminess, I'm going to add some full cream milk to this. You can use pig milk, any kind of milk you want, and then just give this a good mix. But make sure that the milk you're using is full cream milk or just whole milk, okay? Now just give this a good mix. You can see that the cornstarch is thickening up faster and I just prefer this, okay? Now just give this a good mix. Let it cook well. You can adjust your seasoning here because you can see that it is soaking up more of the seasoning. So just taste the seasoning at this point and adjust it if you want. Cover this and let that properly cook, and within 5 to 10 minutes, your mix is ready or your filling is ready. Now it's time to make our pie, and I'm checking on that dough after 30 minutes. This is ready. I can now work on it. And I'm going to just divide this into 2 and then keep overworking my dough because I want that puff pastry vibes. You get a very, very light filling. Don't want any flaky pie over here. I just wanted that light and very crunchy pie, okay? So I'm just going to use my rolling pin to roll this. It's very important to use your rolling pin when you're making pie, just to flatten it out, and then you're going to just cut this, okay? Because I'm doing that square shape pies, I'm going to just cut this. I just realized I didn't take geometry so serious in school because I can't get straight lines. Oh my god, I did everything. I couldn't get straight lines. My lines are so bad, but don't be like me. Please try and get your lines very straight. You can still get it like very square and all that, but try and get it very straight so that it will be nice. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of the filling in there and then cover this like I did, and then I'm going to just fill it out and use my fork to create these kind of lines to just make the pie look nice or look like pie. Okay, you can also use your hand to do this thing, but I'm just using the fork to make it nicer. Okay, so just follow the method I'm using, and then your pie is actually ready. Very simple to make pie, and if you follow this exact method, you will get it right. Okay, now I'm just going to do it for the last time, and before I do that, I'm just going to create some holes in this pie just to give it a design. Okay, so you can do any design that you want. Okay, and that's it. So let's make this pie once more. Now that's it. I'm just going to egg wash this pie just to give it that golden brown color. I just love that kind of pie. I want it to be very crunchy and like almost burnt. You know, that kind of pie. And you want to shake a crown. Perfect. Now I'm just going to put this in my oven and bake it for 30 minutes, and that's it. If you don't have an oven, you can use your air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can fry that pie. If you don't have any of that, then one day I will show you another way you can bake without using an oven. So that's it. My pie is ready. I'm just going to serve this with my chilled orange juice and enjoy myself. I know you guys will try this recipe, and when you do, please let me know how it goes, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Bye.